Welcome to walking through the Bible at Advent. I hope you're really good today. We are up to day 12. Day 12, we've gone all the way through, we got through Joshua yesterday and we're talking about Jericho, but we're up to Ruth. And Ruth, the full book of Ruth is a fantastic, beautiful story. If you get a chance to read it today, it's a beautiful love story set in kind of a bunch of horrible stories, really. So what happens after Joshua delivers the land and they take the land that God has promised is they kind of mess it up to the people of Israel, and they end up moving away from God and serving idols and false God, and then they end up messed up. And then what happens is God sends the Redeemer to bring them back to God, and it kind of goes round and round in that circle in Joshua. It's probably the most bloodthirsty, nasty book in the Bible. But then it comes at the very end to the book of Ruth, and Ruth is a beautiful love story, and there's so many pictures of Jesus in this story. Fundamentally, it's about a story of two women, one called Naomi, who goes to another land and then really has a really tough time. All her family die, and her husband dies, and her sons die, and one of a character called Ruth marries one of the sons of Naomi who dies, and then that Ruth is what they call a Moabite. A Moabite was like the enemy of God's people. This person shouldn't have been a hero in the Bible, but eventually what happens is it's a beautiful story. She's brought through a choice of faith. She chooses to become part of the people of God, and God blesses her, and through His providence she eventually falls in love with a gentleman called Boaz, who redeems from a situation, and eventually Boaz and Ruth are kind of the grandparents of David, really, King David, who we'll meet a little bit later on, and who eventually actually is the descendant of Jesus. So this beautiful story. But again, God has redeemed you. God provides. God has a point and a purpose for your life. If you have faith and step into it, a little bit like Ruth. And it's just a beautiful story. The picture is of some wheat, and God provided through kind of the wheat of Boaz for Ruth. So read it today if you've not read it already. If you don't know the story, it's a beautiful story pointing to the coming of Jesus, who is our Redeemer. Amen.